Welcome to Second Chance Garage. Okay, got the scooter tore apart because I'm changing the weights in it and the clutch. So I will show you how to do that real quick. Let me bring this up here and turn you around so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, let me show you how all this works. Okay, this goes on the shaft coming out of the motor. Your belt rides in here between this pulley and this goes over top of it with a nut on top. So it all sits together like yo, and then your belt rides in the middle. The faster you go, your belt starts down here, and the faster you go, the higher it climbs. Okay? So, first thing you do is slide this little spacer shaft out. Then you have to flip this upside down, and it's got this little doodad right there. You got to be extremely careful because it's got these plastic spacers that go on here. You can't lose those. Then this is the way that they go in, and their name brand. These are Dr. Pulley weights. They are 6.5. So do I have a 6.5 container? Yes. Okay. I got these from the dollar store. Just these little containers from Dollar Tree. Carry them. And then there, 6.5 I wrote on the top. I tried those and they didn't work very well. I have an assortment full of them here. This one, these, they say right up here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says 5.5s. And I had 6s in it, and they were doing pretty good, so I think I want to put the 6s back in it. But those 6s were generics. So I got me some Dr. Pulley 6 gram. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, they're 6 gram. We're just going to throw those in there. Those are a good name brand. And these go in with this flat side sitting in there just like this, with the little flat side facing up. And these drop right in there like so. I don't know if you can see it. If you just set them in there wrong, you can always take them out and turn them around like I just did that one. Yep, you want the point facing up, because what happens is when it spins, it slides the weights out, and that's what engages the whole clutch system. So if you have a scooter like this, even the fancier, newer ones, have the same clutch system in it. I did try. Okay, the bigger the weights, the faster you'll take off, but the less top end you have. All right, so that's the way they go in there. The smaller the weights, the less takeoff you have, but more top end. It'll let the motor wrap up a little tighter. So you have to do a lot of experimenting when you're trying to get the most out of it, because the jetting in the carburetor, depending on your elevation, how high you are, like if you're up in the mountains or Colorado or, you know, someplace like that where you're going to be up higher in the air, then the air is going to be thinner, and then you'll have to change your jetting and your carburation. They just come with just a generic carburation, just enough that they'll run, you know, but you won't get your maximum performance out of them by doing that. All right, so what I got to do is I had to slide this with the domed side up. Then you take your shaft, slide it in there, make sure it's nice and smooth. Then you got to slide this whole thing on this shaft. Right. Yeah, right there, sure. That's where it is. Yeah. Okay. Whole thing slide right on there. And then you gotta take your belt and feed it over top. Oh, great. Over the top of this. Alright. And then the belt feeds over the top of that center shaft. You gotta squeeze the belt together. It should slide over the center shaft. Then this slides over top of all that. You'll feel it lock in place. You got this nut. It screws on. Alright. And then you just take impact with my adapter and my socket. And tighten her up. And that's all there is to it. Yep. That's all there is to it. Then you gotta put your cover back on, which we'll do. Yep. This is your starter right here. Yeah, this is your starter right here. Get everything lined up just right. Normally it just pops right on there, but now since I'm shooting a video, it don't want to. That's nice. Okay, then they also have a gasket that goes around here that keeps the water out, but I ain't got my gasket on it. You really don't need it, because I don't ride it in the rain or much. Okay, let me just change out this one for this one. All right. Put that in there. Like so. It turned off cold. It was hot yesterday, and I live in the middle of Illinois, and turned off cold this week. So anyways, I was kind of surprised. And then, like, you're supposed to have a bunch of bolts in here. I usually put about 4 in it. Yeah. I just start them in like this. Make sure they're good and started in. Yep. Just like so. Yeah. Get good and started. Yep. Just great. There is a light over the workbench that you're sitting on, and it's got some kind of deal where it's got a timer on it, but it only stays on for so long. And that doggone thing goes off. It's a pain in the butt. Come on. There we go. Find it. Alright. So, there it is. Now, the thing is, I'm about 200, oh, I forgot. I gotta put my Kickstarter on. What I should have done was the starter's got bad connection, so it don't work anymore. So I'm just using it, won't even click. It just needs the terminal cleaned and stuff. I'm just using the Kickstarter. Well, the Kickstarter is kind of a C-shaped looking thing with teeth on it, and then this rod has got teeth on it, and they got to mash up. Well, what happened was, right up where the first of the Kickstarter was, those teeth were stripped out. So I just rotated it a little bit, then put this shaft and all that stuff back together so I could get into where the teeth were good. It just, instead of when you got your Kickstarter on like this, and instead of coming all the way down to here, it only comes down to about here. But it still works. You know, hey, I paid $300 for the whole thing. What do you expect? For 2 of them, what do you expect? And then, you know, all the plastics busted and stuff, but like I said, I didn't pay hardly nothing for them. And then we've had them, I don't know, shoot, well, the first year, I think this is the second year we've been riding them. And then the other year, that winter, we were working on them in here. And we worked on them pretty much all winter. Got them ready for that spring. Rode the crap out of them that spring. I think we put, see, we ride more than most people do that have these things. because we was right out in the country and stuff. So, I mean, it's not unusual for us to come back from a ride and have 35, 40 miles on them on that ride, you know. And first year we had them, we rode them all the time. So it's, I think we put, oh man, I bet we put several thousand miles on them. I bet we put about 3,000 miles on them the first year we had them. And the second year, we didn't ride them as much. We still rode them a lot, but I'd say 2,000 miles because we were going on shorter runs and shorter trips. So, and this year, this thing has been throwing a fit, and something would happen to it, then I'd have to fix it to get it running again, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I would say we still put about 1,500 miles on them this year. And the weather turned off cold. It's like a high of 63 today. It's going to be a high of 60s all week. The next week it's supposed to warm back up again. So anyway, let's see if the Thunder Chicken will start. Let me try to get you in a better position to see it. Yep. So anyways, that's on. Give her 3 twists on the throttle. And let's see if, we'll just try it. Fun good. Nope. Started over. You gotta pull in the brake lever on one of both sides, either side. One operates the front brakes, one operates the back. It doesn't make a difference which one you pull in. So I usually pull in this one because I'm kick starting off this side. Great. Now the kick starts backing up again. Lovely. Alright, this down. Get this up on it again. I don't know. Yeah, it worked pretty good. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Apparently when I put that all back together, I didn't adjust it again. I forgot. When you put your cover on, you gotta adjust everything because it moves around. So that's why it's doing this. So basically I gotta take that cover back off, turn that thing a little more so that way, but anyway, I ain't doing it right now, but anyways, that's what I'm doing. So I got the 6 weights back in it, so I weigh about 265 and it'll run 37 to 40 miles an hour. And then Dad weighs 225 and his will run about 40 miles an hour to 41 miles an hour. So they're real close in top end speed. But before, he could take me on his low end range and get there faster. But since I put the 6s in it, where he's got 5.5s, it gives me more takeoff, so I can actually get a lead on him. And then we'll be 4 miles before he can finally get up to me and pass me. And then he can only pass me for so long, you know. We usually run out of road by then. So anyway, this is something. It's Sunday. This is something I was doing. I was in there doing dishes and stuff earlier. So I thought, okay, come out there and slap this thing back together real quick. Shoot a quick YouTube. And if you like it, subscribe. Give me a Fonzie. Hey, thumbs up if you like the video. And if you don't, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. Helps the algorithms. So anyway, Second Chance Garage. Uncle Russ out.